Hey guys, welcome to the Snipe Air Industries Caliber FPV wing. So I got this kit in the mail from Tim, and I've had a couple of conversations with him. He's a very small business owner, and he's one of these guys that really stands behind his work, and he's one of those guys who's also very accessible. So that's one of the motivations I had on building with this wing. As well as following him on Facebook and on YouTube. I thought it looked like a great kit, so I thought I'd order one up, and I told Tim I was going to review it, and he thought it was a great idea. And just as far as full disclosure goes here, Tim is not paying me or subsidizing my build here. I paid cash out of pocket for it, so just wanted to let you guys know that. Now, one of the first things that you have to do is insert these fiberglass rods into the top and bottom of the wing. I was a little skeptical about how strong that these FPV, the fiberglass pieces were going to be. Come to find out, they're extremely strong, and they're not very heavy either, and they're thin and lightweight. So here I put a little 1/4 inch cut down the wing. Inserted some of the white Gorilla Glue, and you have to activate it with water. I've got a tiny little spray bottle there, and I just inserting the fiberglass spar, and it couldn't be any easier. So here I am doing the top of the second wing. You have to mark 5 inches and 3.5 inches, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Tim, like I said, is he's a FPV enthusiast like we are. All of us guys that fly these wings. He's obsessed with the sport just like we are. I've had a couple email conversations with him, and you can see his enthusiasm coming through the emails. He's a family man, firefighter, got 2 kids, kind of like me. So he's one man operation, kind of doing this in his spare time, similar to me. I do my hobbies on my spare time and record these videos whenever I can get a spare moment or so. I think I filmed this again probably about at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So enough of that though. You guys are probably gonna like these quality sound effects here. Yeah, here I am trying to keep my workbench very clean as the build goes, but you will see my bench quickly deteriorate as the video goes on. So here I am just doing the bottom side of the wings here. So you'll see the glue starts to ooze out after a while, and then we just cut that off. So, and as this is drying, I'm test fitting these fiberglass spars, and they don't fit in, so you have to take a 1/8 inch drill bit and just lightly drill them out. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and it doesn't scar up the surface of the body of the snipod at all. They call it a snipod or a pod for the center. I don't know if he calls it a snipod or not. So anyway, so yeah, here I am trying to make things look very, very professional, keeping everything clean. Like I said, it deteriorates quite quickly as my tiredness level increases. And like I was saying, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but this is not going to be a tutorial video. This is just kind of an overview, so you can guys get a feel for what your build might be like. Mine took probably, I think, 3 days to do. I just didn't have lots of time to film. So here I am. I think I'm measuring a 1/8 inch away from the tip, so I could start marking the spots for the wings. And I have to tell you, guys, I made a little bit of a mistake. After you mount these wings onto the snipod, you actually install your servos, which is something I didn't do. For some reason, I wasn't watching the video close enough. But it's something you want to do, and something I don't do in this video, so keep that in mind. I'll mention that again in a moment. Also, here I am cutting out the little slots for the fiberglass spars, and one of the mistakes I made is that I actually dug the blade into the wing too far. I actually made the cuts too deep, and that allowed the wings to be able to shift out of position so that the right one did not mirror the left one. So keep in mind for that. You can always make the cuts deeper if you want. I happen to make them a little bit too deep off the bat, so there's a cool little time lapse of some of the glue bubbling up in rapid time there. Alright, so I think I glued one side, I left it for a few minutes, and I think I'm going to glue the other side here. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So this is my first time using the Gorilla Glue. It is the Gorilla Glue white. It doesn't appear white in the bottle, it appears clear, and then after it glues it turns white, and it does expand 3 to 5 times with water. Water is your activator, so. And it is extremely sticky and extremely strong, so I have every faith in the world that this glue is going to be a really good glue. So now I should have probably taken more time when I was placing my wings and whatnot, because I did get the one wing slightly off, which I had to. It was the posterior section of one of the wings where they weren't level, so I had to go through, recut it out, and dig one hole, one slot deeper where it wasn't deep enough. So, and anyway, it didn't take much effort to get it corrected, but it's something you want to watch out for. And it's not super clear exactly how deep you need to make those cuts from the build video from Caliber or Snipe Air Industries. It's a pretty cool name. I have a feeling he's into guns. Alright, so here we are, just cleaning up all the excess glue. And it's after this step, which is where I should have placed my servos in. You basically place them about 9 inches away from the main body, close to the rear spar on the top there. Make sure your servo leads are long enough to go 9 inches and into the center of the craft too. If not, you might need to use a servo extension. So, yeah. One thing I did notice is that the wings are quite rough. It's very, very coarse. Unlike a pop wing, maybe it has a little bit more of a tight, you can see it here as the glue bubbles up again. A pop wing has a little bit more of a tight concavity to it, so it's a little denser. This is a little bit lighter weight. Here's a little bit of paint, so you'll see it fully painted in a moment. I'm not going to show you guys how to paint. I can always save that for another video if you guys are interested. Let me know. So here's the paint I put on, and I put some. Actually, those stickers. I actually put those there because I had a bit of a Sharpie mark that I had to cover up, and I decided to put those stickers right over the top of the Sharpie mark. So anyway, I was mentioning the wing density is not as dense as a pop wing, although it's very strong still, but it's just not quite as smooth. So I did take a little bit of very hard grit sandpaper, and I knocked off some of the tips of anything that I saw that was too high. So as you guys can see here, I've started the lamination process, and this is an 18-inch wide 3 mil laminate, and it went on really easy. This is about my third plane I'm laminating, so I'm getting a little bit more experienced with it. I was running my iron a little bit above half heat, and about halfway through I turned it up a little bit more than half, and it actually worked a lot better, and it actually you could see the white marks going away a lot easier. As you can see, as I go over it again and again and again, you can start to see the color coming through the wing a lot better. And here I am putting on the sweet graphics. Once again, Tim, I think this kit is going to be quite the winner. I know of another good friend of mine that I fly with. He has one of these. We bought them independently and separately of each other. We didn't even tell each other that we bought them. But he came out to the field with it. I'm like, oh, you got a Caliber? He said, yeah. You know what this is? Because, this kit is relatively new on the market, so not many people actually know what it is. So, but it just it oozes quality. I love the snipe pod. It's got a lot of cool key features to it that I think will really help with battery placement and equipment placement. Here I am putting on the winglet. I also got these a little bit crooked. As one was drying, I set it down and it moved the winglet, so don't do that either. So I had to like just trim lightly one of the winglet tips, the tail tips. So, all right, man, I'm coming to the end of this video. It's almost 10 minutes long now already. I can't believe it. So guys, I'm gonna have a pretty extensive Maiden video coming up. Stay tuned for that, and I'm gonna keep bringing these videos to you guys because I tell you, I love flying and I love these wings. This is my third wing that I built in about 1 month, so maybe I'll have a wing shootout at some point. Maybe I'll get a legit wing in here, and we'll have 4 wings, and I can basically tell you the differences between the wings and why you would use them for different reasons. I'm having a blast, and I hope you guys are having fun watching these videos as I am making them and filming them. So you guys take care, and I will see you on the next video.